We're going to show you how to use LogScope to access any WITSML server. LogScope is accessed and it uses your Face ID to get in. You then choose Settings and then choose the WITSML button, and that will take you into the WITSML. You select your WITSML server, and we're going to use Petrolink this time. We go in there and we drill down until we've got the correct wellbore. You can auto-populate in both depth and time. We're going to do the depth first, just to show you how it looks. So you hit the auto-populate button, and then it fills in all the information that it gets from the server. Once complete, you can add in solver equations and the log analysis. We're going to add 2 solver equations, and then we're going to add the log analysis. So the first solver equation calculates porosity from the density tool, and we're going to make sure it uses the bottom density, the density that's on the bottom of the hole. And then we're going to add in Archie saturation equation. So we choose solver again, and we're going to add in the Archie equation. We add in the Archie equation here, and then we have to set up the porosity first. So we set it to an input log, and we choose the porosity equation down here. By the way, if you save these as they are, you don't have to go through doing this multiple times. Once that's done, we then go and choose our resistivity curve, and we're going to choose the P40. With the saturation curve set up, we then go and we're going to add in the log analysis. So we add the log analysis in, and that sets it up like so. It will use a fully qualified model. We can then go, and now we're going to do the time. And again, we're going to do the auto-populate, but the first thing is this data set is sampled every 15 seconds. So we change that to 15 seconds, and we load it in like so. And we're going to enable an alert. So we're going to call this alert hook load, and it's just going to be any curve that will give us a reading. So you can have alerts that pop up on your screen even when you're not running LogScope, and it will meet the conditions that you set out. You can have as many alerts as you like. Once that's done, we do the depth, and we're going to do an alert for the mud log, and we're going to do the mud log cuttings and mud log interpreted. So the first one we do is the mud log cuttings, and we add that in the conditions. By the way, the name that you give any alert is what will pop up in the alert. So we use text, and we say we want mud log cuttings, and then we type in the text that we want it to look for. We then go back and we do the same thing with the text, and we choose the mud log interpreted, and we type in the same text in there. And it's going to trigger on any of these conditions. Once that's done, we then go and add in a simple conventional log, and we're going to call this gamma ray, and we're going to add, and we add from the log that we're pulling down from the server, and we just grab the gamma ray log, and it's greater than 0, so that will trigger any time there. So once that's done, we've got everything set up. We need to present the logs, so I'm going to load a template that I have set up previously for this data set. You can create and save your templates so you don't have to re-type everything in or select everything. And this is going to show the data plus the mud log plus the image data that's been recorded. And then we just hit the play in the bottom left-hand corner, and as we hit the play, it will do everything that we've asked it to do. It will do the solver equations, it will push up the alerts, which it's done now, and it will display the data. One thing we can do is we can go into the log analysis, and we can actually add in default parameters. And I've already set these up from a file called WITSML demo. So I just grab that, I load that in, And then the next time I go back into play, I can play it and it will update the data using the new parameters. And you'll see that everything turns to gas, as this is gas sand on the Northwest Shelf. And you can see that there. And the data just keeps on streaming in. You can look at it as a deviated plot if you've got inclination and azimuth brought in. And there we are. You can turn the phone sideways if you wish. Once this is done, let's switch it to exit and let's have a look at the time-based stuff. Again, we've got the same default plot, and I'm going to change that to the time-based plot that I want, that's got all the data in it. And then I hit the play button, and I can pinch and squeeze and do all sorts of other fancy things to see the data at any scale I like. And it will go away and it will download the data, and you'll see the data downloaded like so. And you can change the scale to whatever you want. And you see there that the hook load alert has been triggered, and on it goes. You know, if you put your phone in, if you put LogScope in background, the alerts will still continue to happen, and you will still continue to see the data. If we change back to depth-based, we can go back to the depth-based, and you can see that here. Now, as I said, if you go out of LogScope and do something else, you can then come back into LogScope, and the alerts will happen even whilst LogScope's running in background. But as soon as you come back in, it will pull your data and pull it all up to date. And that's LogScope. Thank you very much.